What's up, guys? In celebration of Resurrection coming out soon, or very, very soon, I don't know when I'll be releasing this video, but in celebration of that, I want to tell you guys the complete storyline as far as the zombies go. I know a lot of you guys that have probably kept up with it. I kept up with it up until Derice, like personally going into the map and all that stuff. But after that, it was really a lot. It was a lot. So I'm gonna read off this thing that you can find at this website, which I'll leave in the description. Um, but yeah, anyways, here we go. Let me read the thing. It tells the complete story with all the details of the zombie crew, and that includes Tank Dempsey, what's it called, Takio, Richtofen, and Nikolai. So let me begin. Dr. Maxis and his scientist team, known as Group 935, were tasked with creating an army of super soldiers and new technology for the government project christened Derice, or the Giant. In his experiments, Maxis used element 115 to create the zombies. The zombies, however, couldn't be controlled and would always be killed when they went berserk. While this was going on, Richtofen was testing 115 on living test subjects to create his own super soldiers at a Siberian facility. In his experiments, Richtofen used Takio, Nikolai Belinsky, and an unknown Mexican. When Richtofen accidentally killed the Mexican, he replaced him with Dempsey. Dempsey had recently been captured when he led a Marine recon team to an abandoned asylum to rescue Dr. Peter McCain, an OSS spy sent to infiltrate Group 935. Peter, however, had already been discovered along with Harvey Yena. The testing affected each of the subjects' minds, making Dempsey extremely aggressive, quieting Takio into only reciting Japanese proverbs, and making Nikolai functionless without vodka. It also had the side effect of erasing their memories. Richtofen also did testing on Samantha behind her father's back, her father being Dr. Maxis. The new weapons Group 935 created were also powered by 115. Maxis created the ray gun based on plans received from Shino Numa. Richtofen created the Wunderwaffe GD2, DG2 and from 115 and the Monkey Bomb. Maxis promised to mass-produce the DG2 to his superiors, but his growing infatuation with Sophia slowed his progress and infuriated Richtofen, who then plotted to overthrow him and take control of Group 935. Maxis also created 115-powered teleporters, but they would always destroy anything sent through them. All of these experiments were done with his assistant, Dr. Richtofen. When he used his daughter Samantha's dog, Fluffy, as a teleport test subject, he accidentally created the first Hellhound. The dog was teleported, but instead of being destroyed like the past test subjects, she was zombified. When Samantha came running in and started questioning her dad about her dog, Richtofen left the room. Richtofen then followed through with his previously planned betrayal by locking Maxis and his daughter in the room with the Hellhound, which apparently killed Maxis and Samantha. Richtofen then proceeded to cover up his betrayal and unleash the zombie. Richtofen then took his super soldiers from the Siberian facility to Shino Numa, apparently to pick up element 115 from a meteor that had landed there and to get the Wunderwaffe DG2. After this was done, the group went to Derice, which had been abandoned since the zombie takeover. The group used the Wunderwaffe's DG2's 115 to overcharge the teleporter, making it capable of time travel. Richtofen was apparently unaware of this possibility until he tried it. He seems unconcerned that he and his partners have been teleported to an abandoned theater in Germany in an unknown year. Although he didn't know what year it was, Richtofen knew about the theater as it was the place Maxis would unveil the teleporter to the German High Command. Since Maxis was killed, the theater was abandoned. Sometime prior to Ascension, Yuri Kravchevsky was transferred to work on sending monkeys into space, much to his dismay. His transfer was caused by his superior, Gersh, who he holds a grudge against. As the radio messages progress, Yuri notices the teddy bear and the Matryoshka dolls and wonders how a child could be let into the station. A child then slowly drives Yuri insane. Yuri, in his state of insanity, finishes the Gersh device and has Gersh activate it, letting in the zombies and seemingly kill Gersh. Yuri soon realizes his mistake and is heard screaming at the end of the last recording. After the events of Kino der Toten, the main characters somehow reach the abandoned Soviet launch pad in Ascension, possibly by overcharging the teleporter again with the 115 meteor fragments found in the theater. When the game starts, the four are landing in the starting room on the lunar lander as the color turns to black and white, which the characters acknowledge. The characters then hear Gersh, who tells them that the mechanism must be repaired. He is referring to the Casimir mechanism, which must be repaired by completing different tasks. After all the tasks are completed and the mechanism is repaired, Gersh is free and gives the characters 90-second death machines. While the events of Ascension are occurring in Russia, the events of 5 are also unfolding in the Pentagon. A piece of intel reveals that all Wonderwaffe materials were to be moved to an American-controlled installation. As a mainframe is visible behind one of the windows in 5, it is apparent that it was moved there as per this order. The Pentagon thief was a scientist who took Soviet brainwashing technology and traveled back in time with a teleporter and attempted to control the zombies. This plan backfired somehow, leaving the scientist zombified and the Pentagon open to attack. While John F. Kennedy, Robert McNamara, Fidel Castro, and Richard Nixon are negotiating, zombies break into the Pentagon with only the 4 of them left to fight them. While fighting, they call the characters in Ascensions using 3 red telephones spread across the Pentagon. As they continue fighting, the 3 super soldier test subjects slowly regain their memories. Takeo is the first to remember, and remarks to himself that someday when the group is finished fighting zombies, Richtofen will get what he deserves. He also shows his observations of the other 2. He believes Nikolai drinks vodka because he wishes to forget the past, and can't function when he remembers it, perhaps meaning Nikolai is beyond hope. Tank, on the other hand, is slowly making progress, as he remembers that he'd seen Richtofen before the fight at Shinonuma. Takeo notes his shifting memories and believes Tank is finally remembering what Richtofen did. Sometime in the present, George A. Romero stumbled upon Group 935's research while making a World War II film. He and the cast took a ship out to an abandoned lab in Siberia. After he and the ship's crew were zombified, only the cast, made up of Sarah Michelle Gellar, Robert Englund, Danny Trejo, and Micah Rooker remained. This set the stage for Call of the Dead. After the Casimir mechanism was completed in Ascension, it overloaded the teleporter and sent the original characters to a Group 935's facility in Siberia, where they were trapped behind a locked door. The celebrities then helped them escape to paradise. Escaping wasn't Richtofen's only goal, however, as he meant to travel to the Siberian facility to obtain the Golden Rod, which the celebrities found for him without knowing any better. Richtofen thanks the group by giving them the DG-2 to help them fight the zombies. In reality, the group could have escaped from after the NDT security system was disabled. It is unknown what became of the celebrities after helping the group escape. Shangri-La, however, does not live up to its name, as its inhabitants have all been zombified before the group's arrival. Richtofen states that this is the last step to controlling the world before he's teleported there. The temple houses a mining facility filled with Element 115, explaining the inhabitants' zombification. Prior to the group's arrival to Shangri-La, 2 explorers, Brock and Gary, went on an expedition to prove their theories on Argotha. Brock later figures out that the temple wasn't built by an ancient civilization, but by people in the modern era interpreting it. After investigating the temple, the pair accidentally activates the temple's time travel and dies in the resulting zombie attack. The group travels back in time and helps the pair survive. The pair's changing fate is illustrated by the radio that changes message and location as the group helps them. When the group finally creates the focusing stone, it lands on an altar with Richtofen's name on it, meaning the temple was in fact another Group 935 facility, and explaining Richtofen's knowledge of its location. The 2 explorers are then sent back to the moment they discovered the temple, indicating that they're stuck in a never-ending loop. Now in possession of both the Golden Rod and the focusing stone, Richtofen leads the group to the moon facility. Due to the Element 115 on the moon, astronauts and scientists sent there have been zombified before the group's arrival. So that's everything you need to know about zombies, and it's going to be really cool to see how the moon will play into the story, and I will give an update to you guys on what the storyline is and how it develops after that, after the map comes out. But until then, I'll see you guys later. Peace.